what's up, Greek? Oh, man, that's the most crazy madness I done heard, man. They actually call themselves Greeks. But they call, I'm finna go online. When you hear them say, I'm finna go online, they finna go sell their soul to the idols, man. They gonna come out and talk about they Greeks. We Greeks. Shit wild, man. Fucking niggas, man.
Yeah, and then when you look that word up, in there, them Grecians, they go back to Javon, which was a Japhite, but Alexander them took on that name, the Greeks, so therefore they took on that name Greek. And that right there is not talking about the Japhites. Even though when you look it up, this is a spiritual thing. You gotta know when you gotta have that spiritual understanding and know. You know, by the power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, and know who that's talking about. And that's talking about the so-called white man.
Psalms 83. Salaki.
It says, verse 7. It says, behold, I will raise them out of the place whether ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. So that's what you see what's happening right now. You're seeing us being raised up. You see? As a great army in the spirit of the Most High and His Son. You're seeing us being raised up, and the recompense, the payback coming to you.
The Lord gonna give us fame in the land where we was put to shame. That's what He said in Zephaniah. Well, He's gonna give us fame in the land where we was put to shame. So payback is coming, man. When the race ride start, hey man, some brothers gonna get spiritual power. And when the missiles come, that's payback for you. Martial law, you gonna get tripped up, you know.
It's Romans chapter 9, verse 25. And as he saith also in Hosea, which is Hosea, I will call them my people, which were not my people. And her beloved, which was not beloved. And it shall come to pass that in that place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, there, go ahead.
It's in America right now.
There shall they be called the children of the living power.
That's what we waking up to that fact right now. We the children of the living power. We Israelites, the elect of Israel, man. But you got, like I said, 2/3. They call themselves Greeks. They don't want to call themselves Israelites. They want to be Greeks and shit. They want to worship. They want to worship Minerva, and they want to worship the Falcon, the god Anubis, the Anubis dog, shit like that. The god of Mot and shit. Cause all of the names I'm naming, they stand for them actual fraternity names, right? What you got?
Psalms 83 and 3. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consult against thy hidden ones.
That's the UN, right? NATO and them.
Yeah, and the hidden one. Yep. The hidden one is the elect amongst the nation of Israel.
They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation.
Come, let us cut them off from being a nation, read.
That the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance.
It says so that the name of Israel will be no more remembrance. And you Negroes that's going around claiming that you in a fraternity and you call yourself Greeks, you covering up your identity, man. You worshiping fucking Caesar Borgia. You worshiping Baphomet and shit, the devil and shit. You covering up your identity when you say you're a Greek. So you fall right into Esau and them playing. They playing to let us cut them off from being a nation. They never be called Israel no more. So you need to come out of that. You know, if there's any elect in them fraternities, man, you need to know that you're an Israelite. You're not a Greek. Esau, you know, you call yourself a Greek. We even got our own people call themselves Egyptians. The Egyptian man and shit. Right? And Esau told you that shit, you was a damn African. But the funny ass shit, when you went to school, he didn't teach you no Hebrew in high school, or did you learn any dialects of any African language. So what the fuck is that shit, man? You know, part of my French and shit.
That's the way it is. Bringing it raw. That's the way it is, the brother bringing it raw. But just like when you go in the scripture, you had Israelites that was amongst them priests who were speaking Greek. You had Israelites amongst them Egyptians down there in Egypt. You had Israelites in the ancient times scattered everywhere. So Esau know how to bring out, because Esau have studied us as a nation of people. So he bring out them old ancient deities for you to worship, because he know you will cling to that when you don't got the truth. He know you searching for something. He know you searching for something. He know you searching. He know you missing something. So whatever he present to you as a demon, as a devil, this so-called white man, you gonna cling to it because he's in rulership. You see, not knowing that he's offering you death and offering you things that go against the Most High with them idols. Because when you in them so-called sororities, you basically get in things that you can't get in if you were not in it. You see, and the gift destroys the heart, so that messes up your judgment, man. And you thinking that's the way to go by being in those sororities and those fraternities. You see, but the way to go is the scriptures, man. The way to go is the Heavenly Father and His Son, man. King James Bible, man. 16:11.
Exodus 11:7. But against any of my children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know that how that the Lord does put a difference between the Egyptians and Israel.
The Lord does put a difference between Egyptians and Israelites. We got Esau, you take on the customs of the Egyptians, and then the Greeks took on the customs of the Egyptians. So when you out there in the fraternities, when you pledge it, and the Babylonians, so which are the Cushites, Ethiopians. So when you out there pledging, you taking on the same rituals and shit as the rituals and as the gods, man. That's what you're doing when you take them pledges, man. They be having you doing some defile ass shit too. You do that shit. Jump over to same book, go to chapter 15, verse 26.
Exodus 15:26, and said, if thou wilt diligently hearken to the voice of the Lord thy God, and wilt do that which is right in His sight.
So if you do that's right within His sight, man, within his instructions, man, His blueprint, just do right. These scriptures, just do right, man. Read.
And wilt give ear to His commandments, and keep all His statutes, but will put none of these diseases upon thee.
Say what?
I will put none of these diseases upon thee.
Say we'll put none of these diseases upon thee. What we got out there now? You got heart disease,
Cancer,
kidney disease, cancer,
AIDS.
You got AIDS. You got having heart attacks. You got diabetes,
sugar.
Yeah, sugar. That was the diabetes.
The high blood pressure.
You got sickle cell and shit, high blood pressure,
lupus.
All these are diseases, man. Scoliosis, shit, Down syndrome, all that, man.
Autism, yeah.
You know, even though Esau put stuff in the foods and make them things happen, but that's part of them curses, man. When you read in Deuteronomy 28,
And that stuff called eczemas, that stuff, that skin disease.
yeah.
Yeah, and see the most high, and see, give me Job 2 and 7. See, just like when we was going into the history about, see, when we came over on the slave trade, and we got punished for worshiping other gods, and we went astray from Yahweh Shem Shai. You know, them diseases, the Most High put them diseases on Esau, and Esau, the so-called white man, brought it to us, the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans, when you go into the history. Okay? And just like Satan, well, he finna read it, go ahead.
This is Job 2, verse 7. So Satan went forth from the presence of the Lord Yahweh.
So what this is the Most High. Go up to the story. What was going
Okay,
on?
this is I start up top. Hey, can't start up top. Job 2 and 1. It said, again, there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord Yahweh, and Satan came also among them to present himself before the Lord.
So Satan was never kicked out of heaven. You see, they talking about the Lord, the spiritual demon Satan was never kicked out of heaven, never kicked out of the heaven. You know, that's a false doctrine. Go ahead.
It says, verse 2, and the Lord Yahweh said unto Satan, from whence comest thou? And Satan answered to the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth and walking up and down in it. And the Lord Yahweh said unto Satan, hast thou considered my servant Job?
Now, this for the brothers in the know. This is a spiritual thing. Job is really talking about, Job is really a character, how can I say this, formatted after the nation of Israel. You see, Job is really a character, a representation of Israel. Okay? Alright.
It says, and there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and an upright man, one that feareth the Most High and escheweth evil. And still he holdeth fast his integrity, although thou movest me against him to destroy him without cause.
Yeah, and to narrow that down, that goes into the elect about that integrity. Okay? Alright.
And Satan answered the Lord and said, skin for skin, yeah, all that a man hath would he give for his life. But put forth thine hand now and touch his bone and his flesh, and he will curse thee to thy face.
You had some Israelites do that. You see? And that's what Israel did. They went off as a nation of people. That's what they started doing, worshiping other gods. You see? But I just wanted you to get an idea of what that's talking about up top. So how the Most High sick Satan on Job. So jump to verse 7.
Verse 7. So went Satan from the presence of the Lord Yahweh and smote Job with the sore boils from the sole of his feet unto his crown.
So what did Satan do? What did Satan do? Read that again.
It says that he went forth from the presence of the Lord and smote Job with sore boils from the sole of his feet unto his crown.
So that disease that Satan gave Job a disease, which is dis-ease, a discomfort. You see? So that's the same way the Most High let Esau do, because he is the physical part of Satan that walks the earth. He put them diseases on Esau, and Esau brought them to us. You see? So that's why I was saying what I was saying according to what the brother was reading. What you was reading that?
Exodus 15 and 26.
Yeah, so that's why I was saying that. You see, because those diseases, the Most High was gonna get us with them diseases. He put them on Esau. Esau brought them up. When you go into the history.
Exodus 15 15 and 26, and said, if thou wilt let me read it over. And said, if thou wilt distinguish, hearken to my voice diligently, Salakia, and hearken to my voice of the Lord thy God, and wilt do that which is right in his sight, and wilt give an ear to his commandment, and keep all his statutes, and I will put none of these diseases upon thee, which I have brought upon the Egyptians, for I am the Lord that healeth thee.
So if you serve Yahweh Shem Yahushai, right, diligently, and you hearken to his voice, he gonna bless your basket and your store. You know? He won't let no sickness come in your midst, man.
That's why we're gonna get out these bodies. But see, 2/3 gonna partake. 2/3 are gonna partake of them pestilence and them diseases. They're gonna be increased on the earth. Cause man, it's just like I was watching the documentary when they drop bombs on Nagasaki and Hiroshima. After they did that, they in other parts of the land, they pushed out America pushed out infected insects. So that's the same. I'm looking at that documentary. I'm looking at what's going on around us today. I'm saying, man, this Edomite is doing the same thing.
Where's now?
He put infected insects all throughout the earth and spreading chemtrails and GMOs and putting that all throughout the earth. In Israel, if the Most High don't save us out of the conditions that we in and get us away from Israel, them diseases gonna increase on 2/3, but it's not gonna increase on us because the Most High gonna change us. You know, give us new bodies before he destroy America. You see? Because that's the only way you can get the spiritual power. You have new bodies. You know?
Leviticus 18 and 4. Ye shall do my judgment and keep thy obedience to walk therein. I am the Lord your God.
So the Lord telling you, man, you know, be careful, man, and do as the Lord commanded. Don't turn aside to the right hand, to the right side or the left. You know, don't let your heart be lifted up. Become proudful, man, and turn away from these commandments. You better stay to these commandments the best of your ability. And pray the Lord, put the faith on you, man, and keep you stable, keep the spirit on you, keep you humble. That's part of it, man. Don't turn aside, man, from these commandments, man. That's to the brothers that's supposed to be coming in the truth. The elect is coming, and the brothers who just came in. And remind us to the brothers who already been in for a while, man. Just stay strong, man.
Stay strong, man, because I'm telling you, man, hey, the Most High gonna try you. The Most High will try you, man. And see how much you love him, man. He'll take your family, he'll cause you to lose your job, cause your car to break down, cause where you won't have no money. But all you can do is pray to the Most High and his Son, cling and get closer to him. That's just part of the fiery trial, man. So you gonna get tried. This ain't no easy and light thing.